It is 7 in the morning. You wake up, not to your alarm, to the sound of your window shaking. Outside, something the size of a school bus is walking past your apartment. Welcome to a Tuesday. This is what an ordinary day would look like if dinosaurs had never gone extinct. And it is not what most movies show you. Start with the morning. Your commute does not exist the way you know it. Roads cannot be straight lines anymore. They are routed around herd migration corridors. The morning weather report on your phone has a fourth section after wind, rain, and traffic. It is called predator activity. It tells you which neighborhoods to avoid until sundown. Velociraptors hunt in alleys. They are not the giants from the films. They are the size of large turkeys. But they are smarter than your dog, and they hunt in packs of 6. So your alleys are gated. Pterosaurs nest near airports. The runway gets shut down twice a week because something with a 40-foot wingspan landed on it and refused to leave. T-Rex lives in the outer suburbs, not the inner city. They cannot fit. Their territory is the same size as a county. There are signs at the freeway exits. Big yellow signs. Triangle. Black silhouette. They mean what you think they mean. Now picture the cities. Architecture has been rewritten around them. Skyscrapers serve a second purpose now. They are deterrents. Their reinforced lower floors are designed to take an impact from a charging stegosaur. There are no ground-level windows in any major downtown. Elevated walkways connect every building. You haven't walked at street level in years. Zoning laws are different. Carnivore territory cannot be built within 5 miles of a school. Every park has fencing. Central Park has brachiosaurs grazing. Central Park has them because the city decided it was cheaper to fence in the herbivores than to let them wander into Times Square. Now the food. Livestock farming barely exists. Cattle do not survive in open fields anymore. Anything you keep alive long enough to eat needs walls and electric fences and armed guards. So beef costs $80 a pound. Most people eat insects, lab-grown protein, or chicken because chickens are small enough to keep indoors. Chicken is the new beef. Hunting permits are an entire industry. The government auctions tags every year. One mid-sized herbivore tag costs more than a year of rent. Some people fly in from other countries to bid. Shipping is hard. Sauropods cross trade routes. They do not get out of the way. A single herd can shut down a highway for a full day, and nothing smaller than a freight train can move them. There is a real product called dinosaur insurance. Almost everyone has it. Now picture the pets. Your dog would not survive in this world. A velociraptor would tear through a Labrador in 9 seconds, so most people do not own dogs. They own smaller herbivores. There is a domesticated species the size of a corgi that eats grass and is shockingly affectionate. People line up at adoption centers for them. Pigeons do not exist. They were outcompeted. The little flying things landing on your fire escape are Archaeopteryx. Feathered, half reptile, and hungry. They steal French fries straight out of your hand. The ecological niche of every animal you know has been replaced. Squirrels are tiny ornithischians. Cats are something else entirely. Almost nothing in your apartment looks the way it does in your reality. Now picture the human story. Every culture has different myths. Egyptian gods are not human-headed in this world. They are dinosaur-headed. Christianity tells a different Eden, where the serpent in the garden was a much, much larger animal. Wars were fought over who controlled which predator territories. Every flag has a different shape on it. Religion, geography, politics. Borders are not drawn around rivers. They are drawn around the edges of carnivore zones. Some countries do not exist. Other countries control the planet because they happen to sit on flat, predator-poor land. Your entire timeline is different. And here is where it gets dark. Because the truth is, almost none of this would happen. Because if dinosaurs were still here, you would not be. 66 million years ago, a rock about 6 miles wide hit a shallow sea off the coast of what is now Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula. The Chicxulub crater, 180 kilometers across. The impact had the energy of 10 billion Hiroshima bombs. It threw molten rock into the upper atmosphere. The rock came back down across the entire planet as fire. The sky burned for hours. Then the dust blocked the sun for years. Photosynthesis stopped. Plants died. Then the herbivores. Then the carnivores. 3 out of every 4 species on Earth. Gone in less than a century. The dinosaurs that survived were small, feathered, and fled into the sky. We call them birds. In the cleared-out world that asteroid left behind, one group of small fur-covered animals, mammals, got the room they had never had before. Their brains got bigger. Their hands got dexterous. Their eyes saw color again. One branch of them came down from the trees, walked upright, made fire, made language, made you. Every breath you take is a debt you owe a rock that hit the wrong sea on the wrong day. If that rock had missed, the planet would have stayed exactly the way it was. Reptiles ruling, mammals scuttling under the leaves at night. The intelligence niche we filled would have stayed empty. You are not alive in spite of dinosaurs being gone. You are alive because of it. So the next time someone tells you it would be cool to live in a world with dinosaurs, remember this. In that world, there is no you to think about it. Just the long, slow afternoon of the Cretaceous. A T-Rex walking past a window that was never built. A morning commute that nobody is on.